Governor, I like you. The older I get, the less I like taxing pensions. But I find that the level at which you start taxing pensions is extremely low, $37,500 for an individual, and that's very low income. And so I think on top of repealing state tax deductions, when you start taxing pensions at such a low level, it's almost cruel. And
well, Representative, you think I'm if that's you characterize that number in that fashion, I assume you wouldn't vote for it and you have another number.
Well,
that's what the legislature does.
It's just that the taxes that you propose, about $157 million out of $232 million is coming out of our senior citizens. What is that, 70% or whatever? And it's a big hit, and the seniors are absorbing a big part of this. You also, from the state tax deductions, by repealing them, you'll get $94 million each year. And these are big hits to the people who feel them the most at the lower levels.
Assume you take a look at the numbers. The household income in 2008 was $66,000. The single and married filing separately with the federal AGA is $37,500 and above. The joint filer with the federal AGI is $75,000 and above. Head of household with federal AGI is $56,250. If you find that you want to change the numbers, that's something that goes through the legislative process. I put a baseline number out here. I've already indicated I'm open to modifications and I'm open to other ideas as to how to achieve it. But the plain fact of the matter is we all have to contribute. The plain fact of the matter is that if we are going to survive with the system that we have, then we have to pay for it. And in order to be able to provide anything to that person with $37,500, if that's their sole income, then I'm assuming that you'll have the wisdom not to put that into the mix. This is an accumulated income. If that person with $37,500 has Social Security, has a savings plan, has other income, has other assets, then that changes what the number is. To put forward the idea that that is solely the income that we're looking at is not fair, and it is not accurate. That is a question of putting the $37,500 into the total of the income that the person has. Now, $37,500 in pension income is a heck of a lot more than I'm getting. Now, that is a lot more than I'm getting as a state. If you want to put forward an argument, Representative, and you want to characterize it as cruel, then the least you can do is accurately represent what it is that we're talking about. We are not talking about someone whose sole income, total, is $37,500. If $37,500 is the state pension that you're speaking of, you know perfectly well that that person is also getting Social Security income as well, and perhaps other income. So if you want to start an argument about what constitutes cruelty, then I think you ought to at least be accurate about what we're talking about in terms of the numbers.
Thank you. I think the legislature will be looking at the numbers. This is one area
I'm sure that the legislature will
receive a lot of entreaties to not pass this particular
That's
tax.
why it's very important that you be accurate in what you respond when you talk to people. I said before, I'm wide open. I'm willing to negotiate. I'm willing to deal with these numbers. But if anybody wants to try and manipulate the numbers for a personal political agenda in order to try and score political points, let me tell you, This is one governor that's not going to put up with it. You put accurate numbers out there, and I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it honestly, and I'll deal with it straightforwardly with you. But unless and until you put honest numbers out there, it is egregious for you to indicate that what I'm saying was somebody with a sole total income of $37,500, that is their sole income, that they would be asked under those circumstances to pay that.
Well,
I am not putting forward, and you know perfectly well, that I'm not putting forward any idea whatsoever of taxing someone's pension solely. That income is to be added into the total income, and the legislature is to come up with a formula for it.
The cold numbers show that you hope to raise $157 million a year from this taxing pensions out of proposed increases in taxes of $232 million. Thank you.